Today, we find ourselves faced with one of the most bizarre and I dare say plumbing related mysteries of our medieval folio, the Voynich papers, page 77v. In the heart of this indecipherable manuscript lies a depiction that might just give your local plumber a run for his money. We see a uterus-ovarium system complete with three women lounging in what can only be described as the most surrealistic spa experience of the 15th century. But before we dive into the divine waters here and start connecting the pipes, let's take a step back and appreciate what we're dealing with here. You see, this is not just your ordinary gynecological diagram. No, it's a symbolic tableau, dripping with esoteric meaning, where every twist of the tube and every drop of the green or blue liquid is carefully orchestrated to reflect the mysteries of life, the creation and spiritual transformation. It is truly an alchemistic text. So welcome to the mystical world of the sacred feminine. It is not for nothing that this page is numbered 77. 2 times 7, 2 divine numbers. At the center of this crazy design, we find a woman standing tall in a uterus kind of shape. Vessel, the very seed of creation. But she's not alone. Flanking on her either sides, we see two more women, comfortably nestled in what appears to be ovarian bed tubs. They're just not any woman, mind you. In the grand tradition of medieval mysticism, these figures are like stands-in for our souls, or perhaps the archetypical feminine principle, awaiting transformation in the alchemistic womb of the cosmos. The uterus, in this context, isn't just a biological structure, it's an alchemistic vessel, a sacred cauldron where the raw material of the soul is cooked, purified and transformed. Now let's talk about the tubes. These are not your run-of-the-mill fallopian ducts. No, these tubes are elaborate pathways filled with green and blue fluids that flow from some mysterious divine source above. Picture it as the celestial plumbing system, delivering spiritual nourishment from above based on crosses and cosmic energies straight to the very place where new life and perhaps new consciousness can begin. The green fluid, as any alchemist worth his salt will tell you, represent transformation, the alchemistic process of turning base material into gold, or in this case, the elevation of the soul to a higher state. And the blue fluid, on the other hand, speaks of purity, divine essence that cleanses and prepares the soul for its next stage of spiritual evolution. But our journey doesn't end here. Surrounding this central uterus-ovarium system, there are 4 additional little scenes on this page, each featuring a woman standing in a small bath that bears a striking resemblance to the holy water fonts found in the Catholic churches. Here's where the things really get interesting, or downright quirky, depending on your perspective. These women, like the ones in the central system, are naked, vulnerable and completely at the mercy of the holy water in which they stand. But these aren't just any baths, they are symbols of purification, a nod to the Christian practice of blessing oneself with the holy water, as a way of cleansing the soul before entering the sacred space. So, what do we make of these 4 figures? Well, if we are following the thread of our alchemistical and Gnostic interpretation, these baths could represent the initial stages of spiritual cleansing, a preparatory rite before the soul embarks on its journey through the labyrinthine pathways of the uterus-ovarian system. Each woman stands alone in her bath, much like a soul in contemplation, before stepping into the grander, more complex process of spiritual birth. And then there is the sacred feminine, a theme that permeates this entire folio. In many esoteric traditions, the feminine principle is not just about creation. It's also about nurturing, transformation, and the cyclic nature of life itself. The uterus and the ovaries connected by these divine tubes symbolize the interconnectedness of all life, the flow of energy that sustains and transforms, and the role of the feminine as the ultimate vessel of divine wisdom and power. These women, whether in their grand alchemic baths or solitary fonts, embody the sacred feminine in its various stages, waiting, transforming, and finally emerging, ready to bring forth new life, new ideas, new spiritual insights. Well, what's a mystical journey without a little lightheartedness? If we peer into this ancient text, imagine the medieval scribe diligently drawing these tubes and baths, one cannot help but chuckle a bit at the thought that perhaps even they had a sense of humor. Let's see how they interpret this one, the scribe might have thought. A mischievous grin on his face. And here we are, centuries later, still scratching our heads and trying to piece together the cosmic plumbing of the Voynich manuscript. So, as we conclude this little tour of folio 77V, let's not forget that the true mysteries of the Voynich manuscripts lies not just in the undeciphered texts or the strange images, but in its ability to engage our imagination, challenge our understanding, and inviting us to explore more deeper, elusive truths of existence. Whether that's then through the lens of alchemy, Gnosticism, or the sacred feminine, the Voynich manuscript continues to be a source of fascination and wonder, a testament to the enduring power of the unknown.